back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have the mentor. This is the teacher, the sage, and the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and it mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into the shadow, and the shadow is self-serving, envious of youth, rigid, and righteous. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. There's an expression that says, like, feet of clay and cult of personality, and those exist for a good reason. Now, I do want to highlight something here. It is actually kind of funny. The only thing that I can think of when I see this big, beautiful owl, I know that it's referenced in the Animal Spirit Guide deck, which we'll go into in just a moment. But when I see this owl, all I can think about is the owl from The Labyrinth with David Bowie, where the Goblin King can, like, turn into this owl at will. Now, because the owl is being highlighted here, I'd actually love to pull that up inside of my Animal Spirit Guidebook to get a deeper look into what that means. If I remember correctly, it's about like a treasure or a boon of some form. Yes, we have abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. Now, the owl is generous, trusting, and secure, but when in that shadow energy, they deal with money quarrels and scarcity. To bring this into balance, they can offer an offering, or like libations, maybe refresh some libations on an altar. Now, because Lakshmi is being highlighted in this, it's actually so funny. I was planning to do a pick a card reading that involved Lakshmi because it involves some of the goddesses, but I actually cannot find her card, and I do have a card for Lakshmi. So I was a little bit surprised that I had lost it because I don't usually lose my cards. So we've read this one before. We have Lakshmi. Abundance can be found everywhere in life. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of beauty, fertility, and fortune. Her forearms symbolize dharma, morals, pursuing wealth, which is artha, kama, which is emotional fulfillment, and moksha, which is liberation or enlightenment. The lotus is her signature flower, which symbolizes purity and rebirth. Lakshmi encourages you to look at all the ways that abundance could come to you. Life's riches come in many forms and don't just include monetary wealth. Abundance can look like living a healthy life, feeling appreciated and loved, or obtaining goals that you've set for yourself. No matter where you are in life, Lakshmi calls for you to give thanks for everything that you have. Gratitude helps to create awareness and inspires you to appreciate the present moment. Okay, I love this. And actually, while we're on the topic of Lakshmi, before I move on, there's a story that I want to share. I believe it's actually a parable, but I think it's based on a real story where this man, let me go ahead and open her back up, where this man is on a plane, right? And he's with all these other passengers on this plane, and the plane starts to go down. And while everyone is in chaos and they're panicking and they're freaking out and running and screaming, going, ah, the plane's going down, this man bows his head quietly and he just starts to praise God. I believe in the exact parable he praises Allah, but he praises his God. And he goes, thank you, God, thank you. And he praises him over and over and over again. And I believe at the end of that parable, it's something like only that, like, that man ended up surviving, and majority of the people who had panicked did not. So there was this great beauty in gratitude that I found while you're panicking or when things go wrong. And I have a personal story because that story actually inspired me. It really did. It inspired me to thank God when I'm going through times of trial or tribulation, because I had never heard of someone thanking God for something going wrong before. And I went through this period, like financially, I was dealing with like this really big debt that I had. It wasn't really big. It was only like $100, but I was panicking because it was the most debt I'd ever been in. So I'm panicking about it, and I had a friend reach out, and they were like, "Hey, I'll hire you to do tarot." And I was like, "Yes, absolutely. Like I need the money to pay back this debt that I've been stressing out about." But the issue was that I didn't have any gas money, right? So I asked my dad, right? I asked him for gas money, and my dad sends me the gas money. But somewhere along the way, the gas money got stuck in one of my accounts, like in limbo, and it wasn't like fully inserted in my account. It kept saying unclaimed. And so I'm panicking while I'm doing my makeup. I'm like, how am I going to get this money? How am I going to get this gas money? I told them I'd be there in 25 minutes, and I'm already 10 minutes late. Oh my gosh, like I'm panicking because I think that I'm losing my opportunity to pay back my debts. It was just something that I deeply wanted to do. So I took a deep breath and I thought about that story of the man on the plane. And I just started saying, thank you, God, thank you. Thank you, God, thank you. Thank you for, protecting me. Thank you for this journey. Thank you for sending this opportunity for my way, even if it doesn't work out. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to use my talents, my skills, my services to pay back my debts or to meet my desires and meet my goals. Thank you, God, thank you. Thank you, God, thank you. And then I looked down at my phone and the money went through. And my makeup was done and I was ready to go and I hit the road and I did the reading and I got the money that I needed to pay back my debts. And I came home and I paid back my dad for the $10 they gave me to go get gas. And all I could think that night was like, thank you, God, thank you. Thank you, God, thank you. So yes, there is this sense with the mentor that even though things might not seem pleasant, although they could be, even though things might not seem pleasant, there's a need to be grateful because everything is always teaching us, even the bad times. There's always a deeper message at hand. And sometimes if we just listen in, that truth can reverberate throughout our lives and change it. Okay, I'm kind of yapping. So let's go ahead and grab a chakra oracle card with this. Make sure that I'm on the right track. Oh yeah, we have renewal coming out. Beautiful. And I think that this is what it is. I think that this is what you need to hear. Is like, there is all this dead land behind her, all this snow, all this fall, right? This fall energy behind her. And then on the other side, there's this beautiful green grass. You might be thinking that things are, that the grass is greener on the other side. But I think it comes from within, whether or not the grass is green. It's like whether or not the cup is half empty or half full. I mean, me personally, my cup's always overflowing. But, but that's just me. And then we also have growth being here. Yeah, you might be thinking like, wow, the grass is greener on the other side. But I think in your situation, all you really have to do is wait for winter to end. You just have to wait for, winter to end, for all this growth to come in. And then your side will be just as green, if not greener, than the side that you were looking at. I feel like there's going to be a renewal of strength in this situation and a renewal of positive perspective coming in for you. I think that's where you need to focus your energy, not on what's going wrong, but on what's going right and what you can be grateful for, actually. Let's go ahead and grab an animal energy. Okay, an animal energy card for this deck. Just one, please, Spirit. Okay. All right, I'm going to take, we have the earthworm and the moth. Okay, all right, I see what you're saying. I see where we're going with this. Beautiful, beautiful energies. So the earthworm is Earth, obviously. That is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Then we have two air signs. We have the owl and the moth, both air signs here. So that's going to be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius coming out. Now, if I remember correctly, which I might not be, I think the earthworm is about like a creative cycle and potentially new beginnings, like a beginner's luck energy. Let me double check that though. We'll go ahead and dive into the guidebook to get a deeper meaning on what the earthworm is for. Yeah, shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. You know what I'm thinking of? I was thinking of the bear, which is the page before it. My bad. So yes, we have the earthworm, shy, hesitant, and reluctant to share the inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is about beginner's luck. Okay. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it that a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. Yeah, if you have questions, you need to ask. I'm very much getting that message of like, even if you think that they're dumb questions, actually, and it's not even just about like the questions that you ask. I think it's about the things, the answers that have been posed to you. It's important to question those as well. Like a big example that I use a lot on my channel is that I have like really bad food insecurity, right? And I have a sibling who would worsen my food insecurity constantly. And any time that I would ask, like, you know, I would like make food and then I'd put it in the fridge and it would get eaten. And I'd be like, why did you eat it? And they'd go, well, your name wasn't on it. So that was the answer that I was given, right? And this was a learning situation for me because I had to learn how to like not lose my mind over food insecurities. But after so many times, because this had been something that they had told many people in their life, you know, like we had many issues with this specific sibling eating everyone's food. And so this was a teaching moment. I think I became the teacher in this moment. Because like my dad had a girlfriend who would constantly have these food issues where like she would go and buy like really nice foods for herself and she would label them and she'd even put them like in her own mini fridge, and then my sibling would go and eat them regardless of the label. And my older sister had the exact same issue with this same sibling, to the point where like they got a mini fridge in their own bedroom and then eventually moved out because they couldn't handle it. They were like, dude, like I can't even have like cheese without you eating it all. Like, oh my God, I can't even have cheese. Like that kind of, it's where like, you know, our basic needs aren't being met in regards to someone who is constantly over consuming. But that sibling's answer every single time of like, why did you eat this, was you need to make accommodations for me so I can keep acting the way that I'm acting. And it got to a point where I questioned that answer of you need to put your name on it. I questioned it. And I was like, then how come you don't just only eat things with your name on it? Stop eating unlabeled stuff then. And that shut them right the fuck up, because it was very true. It was a teaching moment of like, you've been having this issue with multiple people over a 10-year period, and clearly the answer that you're giving is not working for you or other people. Otherwise, other people wouldn't continue to get angry at you about the same thing over and over and over again. So when do you learn? When do you learn to like stop taking other people's stuff, essentially? So that is kind of the earthworm energy that I am pulling here, where it's like you need to ask questions in order to really grow in this situation. You know, I had to question that sibling's mindset in order to get them to grow from that situation and recognize that like they need to take accountability and responsibility for their actions and for how they treat other people. Because just sitting here and like staving away responsibility and pushing it onto somebody else isn't working. It's not working. It keeps getting them screamed at. It's causing misery in their households. It's gotten them kicked out of places, like, because it's stealing is what they were doing. They were stealing from other people. And it was cruel. It was very cruel to steal food out of someone else's mouth. Like, that was, ridiculous. But then we also have the moth energy here. So yeah, I do feel as if you might be dealing with someone who thinks that they know it all, or who kind of pushes all accountability onto you, and that makes you think like maybe you need to get away from this situation. But I think that this situation is actually meant to teach you both. It might even be meant to just teach them, and you might become the teacher in this, or it could be the other way around. You know, maybe you're the student. Because it does state that that humble link is what separates us from enlightenment. So with the moth in reverse, now this is often about impulsive, hasty, and wishful energy, but in reverse, I almost see it as like, it's giving like anxious. Like it's like, I'm seeing like a boat, and they like light off fireworks off the deck, but the people on the back of the boat don't know that they're lighting off fireworks. So they think that they're lighting off like a flare gun, and they just jump ship, is what I'm seeing. So this does give me like almost a jittery, anxious, maybe you're jumping to conclusions in a situation. Yeah, when you need to slow down, you need to analyze it, you need to think about it, you need to ask questions, and you need to not let it like drain you of all your energy and light to the point where you just want to jump ship. Because I promise you, those cold waters are not warmer than the boat. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get a couple more cards just to dive in deeper into the situation. We have poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors in people. Yeah, I feel like, and it's so funny, I brought up food insecurities, and we've got unhealthy behaviors in people, and food is being highlighted here. Yes, I very much feel like you are dealing with someone who, it is giving me the sense of how my sibling treats other people, where they're like, you need to make accommodations so I can continue to treat you like shit. And I think that you're starting to question it. I think that you're starting to question maybe where the fuck they get the audacity, not to be rude with my cursing, but I think that's a good start, is like questioning, like, how does that make any sense? How is that a rational way? Is this something that's fit for society? Do normal people act like this? And if not, how do I like either resolve or move away from it? Yeah, we have recalling, reminiscing, memories returning. I think that, and just like with my sibling, this is something that had been going on for 10 years. Multiple people had dealt with this over and over and over again. It wasn't just me complaining. There had been like 3 or 4 other people who had complained about this previous to me. So, but it was upon remembering that this has been a consistent issue that I had the thought of like, well, clearly labeling my food isn't going to work, because it didn't work for my dad's girlfriend and it didn't work for my sister. They had to take extra measures. They had to hide food from you. And who do we hide things from? We hide from monsters, bro. So like, you are a monster when it comes to other people's items. And that's kind of the conclusion that I had to draw, is like, oh, you're a monster. Like, that's why people need to hide from you, because you act like a monster. So I do see, like, remembering that this behavior isn't new. This is something that's been happening over and over and over again. I think it's met with the same excuses over and over and over again. I think you're starting to recognize that and you're starting to question it. Yeah, we have receipts. Exactly. I think you have proof of this, that it's happened so many times before. Maybe someone is like stealing from you. Because on the back of my deck, I have access granted. Social media, fake profile, hiding. I was just talking about hiding. Who do we hide from? We hide from monsters, dude. That's it. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who's karmic, who like puts you in a sense of like mental chaos. But I feel like you're just about to walk away from this situation. Yeah, like you're not committing to this person's bullshit. You're not taking it. Yeah, you're leaving pretty soon. You might be getting signs, symbols about it. Yeah. I do see you kind of holding it to yourself, though. I feel like, you know, because of their behavior, they've lost your love. You're willing to just settle and walk away in this situation. Maybe even today. Maybe you're just at a point where you're like, today, I'm done. I am leaving. This was the last time that you took my food, for example. That's the kind of the point that I had to reach with that sibling, too. Is like, after I was done questioning it, I had to realize, like, oh, I'm not the problem in this dynamic or in this situation. So I need to leave. Because it's dysfunctional to keep giving him food to steal from me, like it is. And since I can't heal in this situation, right? I had to just try to push out through winter so I could make my own grass greener. Yeah, oh my gosh. And not to bring it back, I know this oracle is getting pretty long, and we'll get into tarot shortly here. But with this being here, all of it, it's almost like this ground has been like sucked of its nutrients. So maybe you feel like you're drained. And I've been talking a lot about stealing in this situation. Maybe you feel like something was stolen from you. Maybe, and you know what, that is something that I mentioned to that sibling when I was angry about them stealing my food. Is I was like, you are a thief of my happiness. You are a thief of my joy. It goes beyond money, because I have no sense of security. I can cook for 2 hours, but that food doesn't last in the fridge for more than 1 night. So you are not only a thief of my food, but you are a thief of my security. You are a thief of my joy. You are a thief of my time, my effort, my energy, my labor. Like, it goes beyond just, you know, the surface level of like food. And I think that was a big thing for me with this sibling as well, is like, it kind of got to a point where I was like, damn, like, I can't even have mashed potatoes to myself. I can't even have mashed potatoes. That's crazy. That's crazy. I need to leave then. Because if you don't even think that I'm worth mashed potatoes that I bought and cooked myself, you don't even think I'm worth eating my own food, I need to go then, because that's super toxic. That's unhealthy. I'm not even worth mashed potatoes to you? How does that not break your fucking heart, dude? How do you not feel guilty for that behavior? So I just had to leave them to their own devices. All right, I want to get some messages here from my guide deck. Although first, it's all the red in this. I feel like there's a lot of, I feel like the anger comes before the lessons, which is understandable. I have been angry too. Like I said, food insecurity is something I talk about on my channel a lot. Yeah, I feel like because this came up in reverse. I feel like you're no longer willing to tolerate this person's BS at all. I feel like you're calling them out on it. You're teaching them what they're doing wrong. And it's up to them to listen. Yeah, we have message of guidance. Exactly. You are guiding this person on, like, this is not okay behavior. You cannot treat other people like this. This is so funny. We have 30 here, right? We have 6 here. And then we have 36 here. So maybe 369 or 333 666 999 might be important. Yeah, I feel like you are teaching this person. Although I think maybe you also need to, like, take some time to reflect on why it upsets you so much. Because, like, for me, one big thing that I reflected on in this situation with the food insecurity is that, like, in the Bible, God says to feed your enemies, right? To feed, like, not to take any revenge or vengeance, to give the vengeance to God, and if your enemy is thirsty, to give him water, and if he's hungry, to give him food. So that was kind of after I was done, like, screaming my head off about the fact that, you know, all of my food was stolen, I kind of had to come to the realization of, like, oh, good, I fed my enemy, and now I can give my anger to God, like, the remainder of my anger to God, and God will take care of it, because he's clearly made himself an enemy to me, and then I fed him. And I've seen that happen before, where, like, I feed an enemy of mine, like, like, someone that I didn't know was my enemy too, where, like, I take care of them in some way, and I watch karma just, like, spin the block on them very quickly after. It's a good feeling, though. It is. I mean, for me personally, I know I shouldn't take joy in that, but it feels nice that even if I don't defend myself, my God will. Okay, let's go ahead and get into tarot. Since this reminds me so much of the Labyrinth, I'm going to use the Labyrinth Tarot for this tarot reading. Let's get some more information, please, Spirit. What's going on here? Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have that in reverse. So I feel like right now, okay, there's 2 here, and they're kind of stuck together. We'll get to that in a second. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I do feel like things are at a pause for you right now. You might be in reflection, you might be thinking, and honestly, you might not know what to do. I feel like you don't know what direction you want to go in. Maybe you're not sure if you should scream, or if you should ask for help, or if you should confront this person, or just stay quiet about this. Because like I had talked about in the Oracle, back to the food insecurity issue, you know, like, it wasn't the first time my sibling had stolen food from me, right out from under me. It was more like the 20th time. So every single time I kind of like used a different route to deal with it, where I was like, okay, this time I will stay quiet, and this time I will tell my parent because I trust them to take care of it, and then this time I will, you know, I'll just go to the store and I'll get myself a little hot treat for even having to put up with their shenanigans, and then another time I will, like, I'll make food that I know that they don't like, so I get to eat it, and then another time, you know, like, I will scream my head off, and another time, like, I will force them to pay me back. I will invoice them for the money, and then another time, you know, and it's very much like I think that this is something that's been going on over and over and over again, and you are trying to figure out what options you have available to fix the situation. Now, I have my 3 of junk here. I believe this is my 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, you're looking for cooperation. I don't even think you're being, like, cruel in this situation. I think you've given them a lot of chances, and you're looking for cooperation because you're kind of at your wit's end with it. I feel like this is something that has been happening over and over and over again. And I feel like at this point you've ripped the blindfold off. With my 2 of Feathers being here, this is my 2 of Swords in this deck. With my 2 of Swords being here, in my traditional deck, it shows a woman with, like, a blindfold over her eyes, right? And she's isolated as well. And in reverse, it can really highlight ripping the wool off of your eyes. So you're seeing it. And I don't think you're just seeing it from, like, the perspective of this isolated scenario. I think you're kind of pulling back and you're looking at the history of things, right? With that receipt, that show me energy, where it's like you're looking at everything that is compiled. So it's kind of like yes, my siblings stole my food this time, but pulling back from that, they did this to my dad's girlfriend. They did this to our other sister. They did this to our sister's boyfriend. You know, they did this to my, a friend of a friend. They've been doing this over and over and over again. I have to rip the wool off and realize, like, I'm not being targeted. This is just a pattern of behavior that they need to fix themselves, and I can't change it for them. And I think that's what you're realizing, is that no route that you take will change their behavior. You can only protect yourself from this so much, and I think you're going to come to the conclusion that there is no more cooperation left if they continue this. You just have to walk away. You have to leave to save yourself, to protect yourself. Let's keep going. Let's get some more information. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like you're at your wit's end. This is my Queen of Wands energy. She's all about action. All about action. She's very fiery. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. She's fiery. She wants to fight about it, to be honest. You might be yelling, screaming. I feel like you're taking things into your own hands to deal with, and I feel as if Spirit is asking you not to do this, because see this little bird? This little bird, they're so scared. I feel like when you get angry, you're scary. Yeah, I feel like when you get angry, it's almost like to you it's funny, because you're like, aha, like you pushed me to this point, but everyone else is scared. Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like you've been pushed to a serious point where, like, you are going to take action in this situation because you can't deal with it anymore. Then we have my Page of Junk here. This is my, my Page of Pentacles in this deck. Yeah, I feel like you're planning financially, though. Maybe to build up savings or to, like, move, to leave in some situation. It's a very slow-moving energy with my Page of Junk. This could also be that you've been, like, collecting evidence about this for a while, or this is something that, like, every time it happens, you collect evidence about it and you store it so that way you can take action against it. Because maybe, like, with my food insecurity issue, there were many times where my dad was just like, oh, like, I'll pay for it, or like, oh, like, I'll make you new food, it's fine. And I was like, but it's not about the food and it's not about the money. It's about, like, the principle of, like, I'm struggling to feel safe and secure. But it took me a really long time to recognize that, like, I have to, like, emotionally regulate myself, and then on top of that, like, I have to leave the circumstances. I have to be in a place where my food isn't going to be taken from me, where I don't have to hide it either, where I don't have to live in fear of starving because of someone else's selfish habits. So I do feel like it's a very slow-moving energy. Like, this has been a lesson that's been going on for a very long time. But I feel like you're at your wit's end. You're like, I'm here to put a stop to it. I'm here to teach them. Teach them what others have failed to teach them before. This is giving almost like a jump energy. Like, you're going to have this person jumped. Or, like, you want to fight this person physically. I do get that sense where it's like you almost want to set this person up. Okay. And then we have my 10 of... Oh, I think this is my 10 of junk. Yeah, my 10 of junk on the back of the deck. That's my 10 of pentacles. Options and opportunities. Yeah, we have the Emperor on the back of the deck. And then we have the Star in reverse here. Yeah, I feel like this is a trauma that has been triggered, that you are really struggling to heal with, because it just keeps getting re-triggered over and over and over again. And you're looking for, like, you've tried to resolve this on your own, but that's not working. So now I feel like you're just ready to walk away, because I think that you've ripped the blindfold off, that it's actually not you getting triggered. It's just someone else who is constantly, like, it's just the same person who's triggering you over and over again in this situation. And I feel like you've exhausted your options to fix things. So in your, like, angry energy, I see you recognizing, like, that there's a whole world out there. You actually don't have to get, like, stuck to this person, right? Like, if I move out, when I did move out, I was no longer around my brother. So guess who couldn't steal my food? My brother. So it was really that easy. But before that, I was so frustrated because I felt so trapped and so triggered. It does feel like a masculine energy especially with my King of Pots in this situation, has made you feel like there's nothing that you can do. They've made you feel trapped, like you can't escape from the situation. And this masculine energy is very inhumane. They're very, very selfish. They're very self-centered. I'm getting arrogance, pride, ego coming up here with my King of Pots in reverse. With my Emperor, they want control over you. And so they're doing this. I feel like maybe this is about financial control for you. Maybe it's about financial control, because I feel like what you need is a clean break. What is this? My Nine of Pentacles, my Nine of Junk. Yeah. You're looking for harmony. You're looking to heal. Because it feels like everyone around you has like this messed up judgment, or maybe like the judgment that this Emperor, it's kind of like that energy of like, well, if you don't want your food to be eaten by me, then you need to write your name on it. It's that energy, you know? And I think that the answer here is like, okay, well then only eat food that has your name labeled on it, you thieving motherfucker. Then we have the Star here. Sorry again for all the cursing. I feel like you're very angry, and I'm kind of like, and I'm nibbling on that energy a bit. Do you curse a lot? Is that what it is? Maybe you want to like cuss this person out. Maybe that's what it is. You just want to like let them have it. We do have the Star here. So yes, this does feel like an unhealed energy. And with my Eight of Wands, that's all about, ooh, a message. A message. What kind of message? Seven of Pentacles. Fate in reverse. I think that's, in this deck, that's Death. That's my Death card in this one. Okay, that's what it is. That's the message. Okay. So yes, the message here is like things are not healing and they're not getting better. And you're looking at everything else and you're like, wow, the grass is greener on the other side. But the truth of the situation is that like you are so close to walking away from the situation and being able to heal it. I feel like once you recognize the big picture in this situation, you're going to be able to heal it and change it. But this person is not going to change. And I think that you need to recognize that as well. I think that you need to know that like this Emperor energy, this like masculine that wants to control and trap you, who wants you to feel hopeless. He wants you to feel hopeless. That's why he keeps stealing your joy, your happiness, stealing the nutrients from everything that you harvest. He wants you to feel hopeless. And I feel like you need to know that he is not going to change. Nothing he is doing will actually incite any change in this situation. Yeah, my Seven of Wands, he wants you to fight. He wants you to be stuck in fight or flight. With my King of Wands, my King of Pentacles, he wants you to do this with him. It's because he's broken. And I'm saying he because it's a masculine energy that's coming out. This could be a woman. This could be like a parental figure, a partner, etc. It doesn't have to be a man or a sibling. This could be, you know, anybody who's like operating from a very and it's an unevolved masculine space, right? Because it's not the sense of like protect and provide. It's the sense of like corrupt and conquer is what I'm getting here. Yeah, like there's no juggling this situation. This person's broken. And I think that you need to recognize that like it's not you who's messed up in this situation. This person is they're just broken and they're trying to drag you down with them. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get into some advice. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get a channeled song from my song deck. We have Physical, Olivia Newton-John, Desire and Fantasy. Let's get physical, physical. Let me hear your body talk. Tried hard to keep my hands on the table. I'm getting the sense that you want to fight this person. Like usually I take this as kind of like an NSFW, like 18 plus way where it's like, yeah, like let's do a little brown chicken, brown cow. But I'm actually kind of getting that this is more like, I'm going to put my fucking hands on you. Like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. Like, this is giving, oh my gosh, what am I hearing? Like, Judges 422 woman. Like, you're not a Proverbs 31 woman. You're a Judges 422 woman. 418 woman. Where it's like, you're going to put a spike through this person's skull because they asked you to do something unfair. Oh my god, and then on the back of the deck we have the hater anthem. We have the hater anthem by Infinity Song, which is all about being a hater. I love the way it feels to be a hater. Something so sweet about thinking that I'm better. It doesn't even matter. I feel like this person is a hater. I feel like they are, and they've pushed you to be a hater too. Because right underneath that I have Busted by the Isley Brothers. This is one of my favorite songs. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, where you been? Baby, let me get right to it. I was with a girlfriend. Yeah, I feel like this person, like, lies. Like, yes, you will lie. I feel like this person, they steal your joy and then they try to lie about it. They try to cover up for it and you're fed up. You want to fight this person. I heard something recently where it's like, I'm a woman of God, but I was raised in the streets. So like, you got like a little thug energy to you, but like in a good way, in like a loving way, babe. So yes, we have busted. It's 2 o'clock in the morning where you been, and then you a lie. Go upstairs, pack your bags. While you're at it, call a cab. I feel like you're kicking this person out of your life. I feel like you're getting away from them. Like if you can't kick them out, I feel like you're the one who's leaving. It's nutty. And I feel like it's because, yeah, you feel powerless in this situation. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're going. I've been through this, and it is a really hard place to be in when you're like, I want to give my problem to God, but also, when I catch you, Ronnie, when I catch you. I used to work at this therapy office, and I would get the same insurance adjuster all the time when I'd call for patients, and his name was Daniel, and I hated Daniel. Daniel was awful to me. He would like run me loop after loop after loop after loop. This man pulled every single trick in the book to keep me on the phone for like 6 hours and then hang up on me at the end of the day. So to the point where like my patients would just get like denial after denial. And it became an ongoing joke in my office with my coworkers, bro. When I was like, when I find you, Daniel, like, when I find you, Daniel, I'm gonna make you breathless, brother. Oh, I think that's another Eiley brother thing. No, that's R. Kelly, actually. That's R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet. There's some culture going on in this reading, and I'm here for it. Like, I feel like you were fed up with this person. Let's grab an angel number. We have 153. 153 is coming out here for your angel number. You can go into your search engine, type in 153 angel number meaning. That's going to be your message from spirit today. We have Libra coming out. Libra love and make you moan and groan. I love my Libra sisters and brothers. We genuinely are the best. And that's something about Libras too. That's a big thing about Libras is like everybody talks about how like all serial killers are Scorpios or like all the crazy people are Geminis. No. I don't think you understand. Every single serial killer has very strong Libra placements. Libras are the biggest crash out of the entire zodiac because we'll give you chance after chance after chance after chance. And if we can't balance the scales, we'll throw the scale in a fucking river along with your body. Like Libras genuinely are the biggest crash out of the zodiac. I am a Libra. I know when I crash out, when I merely scream, everybody listens. Like it's a crazy energy to be in, baby. Like Libra energy. There's a reason we are justice. There's a reason we've been given the gavel, brother. And we will beat you upside the head with it on top of that. You keep pushing us. I think that this is Saturn. Let me double check. Saturn is all about rules and restrictions, though. Yeah, this is Saturn. This is absolutely Saturn energy. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, Saturn is pertaining to restriction. It talks about what holds you back. It also talks about like restraint, like going without something, can highlight discipline. It can also highlight following through on commitments, accountability, and responsibility. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to hold somebody responsible here for the way that they treat you, for how poorly they treat you. Yeah, and you may be crashing out right now. One big thing that I've learned, I am a Libra. I have very strong Libra placements, okay? And the biggest thing that I've learned that prevents me from crashing out is planning. If I can just make a plan, if I can just strategize to like get out of the situation or fix the situation for just myself, then I'm fine. You know, things are good. So maybe you just need a plan. You just strategize to get out of this. Yeah, because there's no more restricting yourself in this situation, baby. Like it's gotta go. That's what I'm catching. All right, let's continue on. I want to get some more zodiac signs. So we had air, we had Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We had Libra come up again. What else did we have? I think that was it. Let's get some more. We had dark moon. Spend time in contemplation and meditation in order to seek greater understanding of yourself and those around you. Yeah, I feel like you're reflecting about this situation. Like you're thinking about it real deep, But I think maybe your thoughts are just a tad, I love you, babe. I think they're just a tad too negative. You might be focusing on only what this person has done wrong rather than like the fact that they are also a person. And also, regardless of whether or not you are religious, maybe you should leave the vengeance to God. Maybe you should just feed them and leave the vengeance to God, baby. All right, let's get one more. Okay. I know you guys can't see it, but this entire stack fell out. We have, yeah, Libra energy's going crazy here. Oh, we have two. Okay, so we have the new moon, dark moon, new moon. What's under that? Full moon. Okay, all right. All this moon energy. Maybe you're a Libra moon. Oh my goodness. So the time is right for seeking new opportunities. We have the full moon that says take time to relax, recharge, and replenish your inner strength. And then the dark moon. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting any of that. I was expecting more zodiac signs. We have Taurus being highlighted on the back of the deck there. When I cut the deck, we have moon in Pisces. Yeah, maybe by like Pisces to Taurus season, you'll be transitioning away from this situation. Maybe by a full moon. Yeah, maybe it's like by a new moon, you're going to crash out. Then by a full moon, you'll be fine. You'll be in a different space. Interesting. Maybe the dark moon is where this triggers you. And then you crash out. I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments. And also let me know about your zodiac, like about this angel number. I love seeing the angel number messages. They make me so happy. We all get different messages. It excites me so much. I want to grab just one self-care card before y'all crash out. Thank you, Spirit. We have connect with your womb. Okay. Okay, purr. Maybe this is a cheating situation. It might be for some. And then for others, you might just be experiencing like PMS symptoms. Not that I should blame emotional dysregulation on that. Or like actual issues in your life on that. But it might be like PMS might be involved here. Let's get one more. We have dance. Yeah, you need to dance. You need to dance, baby. Get that. What is it? I'm hearing Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Yeah, shake it off. Get it out of you. Get all the anger out. Maybe go for a walk, too. Kick your feet. Okay. I've been preaching a lot. So, you know what? I'm going to grab an angel message because I feel like it. Because on this channel, I deeply love God. And I talk about him constantly. Yeah, we have crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael. And also, this is someone that you can pray to if you feel like you're being, like you need protection or you need strength. Is Archangel Michael. He is the great defender. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Unwavering faith. Alrighty. On the back of the deck, I have you know what to do. Trust your inner instinct and act upon it without delay with Archangel Uriel coming out. And I believe Uriel is about patterns and behavior. Archangel Uriel like controls patterns. He controls time and patterns. But if I remember correctly, he controls patterns. He can see patterns, so he can set things up like a domino effect. What is it? It's like a butterfly wing. I'm sorry, a butterfly flaps its wings in China. I don't remember the quote. If you know the quote, let me know down in the comments. And you know what? While I'm at it, let's go ahead and grab a psalm or a prayer here for you. Because I'm going to say a prayer for you. Lord, oh, I pray you help this person against their enemies. I pray you calm their anger. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. Psalm 91:4 coming out. I'm going to use this as a thumbnail. Thank you. Yeah, I very much feel like God has you covered in this. Oh my gosh, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Remember how I spoke in the very beginning about how like you just, when you go through like tumultuous times or tribulations, you just gotta thank God. Yeah, my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Look at that. Beautiful. 1506. We have 153. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's get into the charms here because I know I'm running a little bit late here. Alrighty, if you are noise sensitive, now is a good time to turn down the volume because this can get a little bit loud. Oh, we also had the earthworm. So Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus were being highlighted. Oh my. I just want to get a couple more initials, but no more really came out. Alrighty. Yeah, we have that King of Cups again, coming right out in reverse. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, and my Queen of Swords. Yeah, they're triggering you, and that's coming out in reverse too. Ugh. I have Karmic coming out. I have a bunch of little initials here. I've never gotten this many from my papers. That's so funny. It says grandma and dad. And I brought up something that my grandma had said to my dad in this reading. It's funny how intuition works like that, man. Or maybe I'm just way too good of a tarot reader and I don't recognize it. Because oftentimes I'm like, maybe I'm just straight up wrong. Alright, and yeah, and we have cheater. Maybe someone's been cheating in this situation. And it doesn't even just have to be like romantic. Like, people can cheat you out of your happiness, 100%. There are energy vampires that exist out there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get close up in here. So yeah, we have a King and Queen energy coming out. We have the King of Cups in reverse, which is quite manipulative. Honestly, it's a very, oh man, this made my back hurt. My King of Cups in reverse is a very manipulative energy. It's often selfish, self-centered. It can be cruel. I would say it's comparable to the King of Swords in reverse, although it is a bit more humane. This is someone who's very self-serving, who, because it's a water sign. Have you ever met a Cancer man? It's that, or like a Pisces man. It's that kind of energy of like, they will manipulate you for their own gain. Yeah, like they'll manipulate you out of everything you got. And then we have my Queen of Swords. I feel like you're retaliating. I feel like you are so, so angry about this situation. This is a very, like, feminine rage, though. Yeah, like, maybe... I feel like you want to fight this person. Very much so. I feel like you are ready to get the daggers out. Maybe you're shooting them daggers with your eyes. Maybe you caught this person cheating, and so every time you see them, you're just like you're just staring at them with anger. There might be a baby girl involved in this situation. Maybe you like Hello Kitty. I am getting the presence of like a baby girl or a feminine energy being involved here. Yeah, maybe you want to hide your face because she's wearing this little hat or this like cloak. It's like a half cloak. I have my parrot here. Yeah, this is giving me the sense like someone in this situation is a bird, like New York slang, a bird. Maybe someone just like, oh, ooh. It could also be like my sibling, where it's like they had the same excuse over and over and over and over again until I started to question that excuse. And that's when they shut up, you know? Then we have the feather here. I feel like this is just spirit reaffirming you that like God is going to cover you. Feed your enemies, give them water, and walk away. Do not take vengeance in this situation. I know you want to fight. I know, baby, but do not. Let that vengeance be the Lord's. Because that's not your energy. They just got you acting out of pocket. Okay, so we do have a karmic energy coming up. This could be a karmic sibling, a karmic partner, a karmic family member, a karmic friend. Someone in this situation is a cheater. I feel like it goes beyond just like cheating like on a partner. I feel like it's like they cheat you of your joy. They cheat you of your energy. They cheat you of your money, your happiness. Your sanity. They cheat you of your sanity, bro. Make you go crazy. I got my dog. Someone in this situation might be acting like a dog. What is it? It's, I heard this quote on Instagram the other day. It was like, our sisters didn't start acting like bitches until y'all men started acting like dogs. I have talking. This might be someone that you're talking to or talking about. They might also be talking about you. You might be talking about traveling or walking away from this person. I have dad and grandma coming up, being highlighted here. So this could be like one of them, they could have passed and they are watching over you, sending you this message of guidance, of loving guidance. This could be also that they are praying for you, or that they could be reached out to assist in this situation. They might have advice for you. Given that we have the mentor card here, don't forget that you could learn in this situation too. So maybe they have some advice that would help you. Just like how my dad had, like, I didn't want to hear his advice. It pissed me right off. But that didn't make it bad advice. It was just bad timing, you know? All right, let's go ahead and get into these initials here. So we have K. So Caitlin, Katie, Catherine, Kat, Kayla, Carly, Cassie, Cassandra, Casey, Kane, Kyla, Kylie. Do I know any male names that start with a K? Kara? No, I don't know any K names that start with any male names. We have an I, so Isabella, Indy, Ian, Isaiah, Isaac, India. I'm hearing illicit, something illegal. I have T, so Tammy, Timmy, Timothy, Tamara, Taylor, Tyson, Tiger. Alright, that's all I got. I have a Y. I'm not very good with these ones. Yuri, Josiah. Yeah, that's all I got. I have another K here, so that's that like Caitlin, Kayla, etc. We have a P, so Patrick, Patricia, Pat, Patty. Pain. I'm hearing someone's a pain in the ass. Pal, Peyton. All right, that's all I got. I have a V, so Victor, Victoria, Vincent, Vince. Maybe just V. Valerie, Val. We have another I here. And then I have, it looks like a B. So Bailey, Brian, Benjamin, Ben. Bane. Bree, Brianna. Alright, that's all I got. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated with you. Make sure that you let me know what this angel number 153 came up for. And I will see you guys in the next one. You know what it was? You know what the quote is? It's a butterfly flaps its wings in China and causes a tsunami in California. That was the quote. Yeah, I feel like this person might do something very small that just pushes you over the edge. But I'm so sorry, I'm rambling again. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!